Okay, today's project, we're doing a skull maceration of a, what do they call these things? Onyxes? Oryx? Something like that, from New Mexico. Tell you what though, ever fly in the neighborhoods on the way, I don't know how to protect the antlers. Horns, what do you call these things? Anyways, I don't know how to keep squirrels off of them. It's bigger than... Buddy tried to fabricate me a thing, but that ain't nearly big enough to do that. So I don't know. That's what we're working on today. Well, here we are, a little water change. It's starting to look pretty good. I just pulled the eyeballs out. Problem is, this thing will not fit in a 5-gallon bucket. So it's almost done. Paul thought I could put this thing around it, but you can't lay it down and get... This thing's more like a cow head. I've never... Okay guys, here's our progress. Lower jaw finally came off. And okay guys, after about a week you want to pull it out and you want to cut what didn't fall off. And you just take a garden hose and that'll remove quite a bit of it. I already popped the eyeballs out. Brains are all melted away. There's that medulla oblongata. Rinse the concha really good up the nose. Just rinse her off. Let the neighbor's cats come eat this. Got this little bit of soft tissue right into here. Need to be careful. See those concha up in the nostril? They clean up really well. Another day or two it'll be done and we'll soak it in hydrogen peroxide. Got to keep the tag. I don't know, I haven't decided if we want to do the lower jaw or not. I pulled it out a couple days ago. You see that yellowing? That's what we need to degrease. And sometimes it helps to pull it out, stick it in the sun for a couple days, and then put it back in the water. Alright, here's the lower jaw off that 10-pointer. We never mounted it back. But after it's soaked in hydrogen peroxide and dawn, you'll see how nice it cleaned up. It wasn't as old as I thought it was going to be. It's a pretty young deer. Guys, this is what, a 10-day maceration. Okay, we trimmed off what little bit did not come off from the bacteria. And now we need to soak it for at least a couple hours, if not overnight, in Dawn dishwashing liquid. Just put a, I don't know, quarter of a cup in a 5-gallon bucket and let it soak, and that degreases the skull. Is what we need to do. Is it helps to help with any kind of yellowing you might have. So you want to okay guys, once we let it soak for 24 hours in Dawn dishwashing liquid, we're just going to take the cheapest hydrogen peroxide we can find. I usually get 3 quarts, and we're going to take a one of those turkey bags you cook a turkey in, and we take some Gatorade bottles full of water to take up some space because the bag wants to just flatten out with it. We're going to put this in here, and then we're going to add some more water to make up the difference. And we're going to let it soak for 2 or 3 days like this, and it will be as white as complete. I don't know, I started to do some coyote skulls, but I don't know, a lost interest. Okay guys, I think it's about done. We're going to pull it out of the bag and let it dry off real good. But hydrogen peroxide's about oxidized to the point it can't do anymore. I use fluoro wire around the turkey bags, around the burrs here, to attempt to keep it in. So I'll give you a shot of it in a minute once I pull it out. Okay guys, there you have it. Just gonna let it dry a little bit. Just pulled out the hydrogen peroxide. The conchas are wanting to come out on me. A little bit of Elmer's glue. If you see, I didn't lose a single tooth. This stuff right here is wax, and once it dries, you can take a knife and just scrape it off. Another thing I just discovered, never really thought about it, but you got to be careful. These are horns. They are not antlers. It's not part of the skull. These horns, see, look, they're actually loose. And I think you could probably pull them off. So anyways, let it dry there. Would like to stick it in the sun, but here we are, the end of May, going 1st of June, and it is 46 degrees. But the problem with my bag, and the reason it got a hole, is those little tiny spikes right there. You know, I'm familiar with the styloid process, but I don't know what those are called.